Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Radio Works World. We have the privilege of being here together with Natasha Aylott, the inspired host, and her brilliant host, because I think something happened with her mic. Yvette, is something?
No, no, we're here.
Yes.
I'm
Okay, you
here.
are back on. Okay, over
Yeah.
to you, Yvette.
Hi. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to Radio Works World. Hi. Thank you so much for having me on. Hi, Natasha.
Hi, babe.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for giving up your time. It's an absolute honor to have you sharing with our audience. I would love to hear so much about you and tell everybody, all the listeners around the world, all about your story, your journey, how they can reach you, and just your inspiration. Over to you, darling.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much for that gorgeous intro. Well, thank you for having me on to come and speak and to share and come and talk to everyone and share what I hope will be an inspirational session and an informative, educational kind of half an hour of really getting to understand just how amazing and powerful we all are in the world. I'm Yvette Taylor. I'm the creator of a process and a unique technique called the Energy Alignment Method, EAM. It's been dubbed the fastest law of attraction and personal transformation tool out there, which was quite a nice little accolade to receive. But it's not really about me or about the process. For me, the bigger message is much more about enabling and empowering people to really reconnect to the truth and the power that we have inside. There is so much inside of us that is just so capable and so ready and eager and bursting to come out of you. We are so powerful. We are way more powerful than we ever really give ourselves credit for. I'm sure there's been quite a few amazing people on here that you've seen or heard or listened to who would probably echo the same thing, that, you know, we teach what we need to learn. And that was a huge part of my journey as well, was really actually stepping into and realizing that I'm powerful, you're powerful, we're all amazing. And I think the big journey for most of us with self-development or changing the world or, you know, living our mission and doing our thing is really all about this self-driven thing we have about expansion. Like, as human beings, I really believe we are all designed to grow, to expand. It's kind of like it's the natural progression of life. You know, the universe itself is designed to grow and to expand, and we are a part of that. And the way that kind of shows up for us in our day-to-day lives and day-to-day living is this inner drive that we have to reach for something more, to be something more, to do something more, to have something more. And it's a beautiful and wonderful thing when you understand that it's the nature and the expansion that we're really after, and that the reason we want all of those things, whether you're talking about it being success or money or a relationship or car, whatever those things are that you're working for, all fundamentally come down to the way you feel. Everything we want is because we believe we're going to feel better when we have it. It's all about craving those kind of positive emotions, but we think it's about the external thing. We think it's the car or the relationship or the person. And it's never ever about that. It's always about the emotion. We are designed and born to feel good. And somewhere along our journeys, quite often, we forget that that's what it's all about. And we start thinking it's about all of this material stuff on the outside. Now, the truth is, the thing we're all searching for is that good feeling, to feel love, to feel truth, to feel commitment, to feel connected to everything outside of us, but most importantly, connected to who we are. Now, when I talk about that in terms of alignment. You've probably, if you're familiar with stuff like the law of attraction or personal development or any of those kind of things, you definitely would have heard about alignment. And for me, that means having our head, our heart, our emotions, our thoughts, beliefs, and feelings all congruent with who we are, and that they're all sending out one really powerful, amazing message into the universe that supports the things you want to do and the growth and expansion you really want to take. And for me, that's kind of what EAM is all about. It's all about bringing all of us together individually, so that we are all of who we are, but also collectively, all of us together, so that we're all living our lives in a place of alignment, because the world will be a really amazing place, when we're all able to live our lives from that space without judgment, without need, without wanting anyone else to be anything or do anything or behave a certain way, because we're all creating our own happiness internally. We don't need anybody else to change anything outside of that. So, the Energy Alignment Method is a really simple and very powerful tool that you can use to transform any thoughts, beliefs, feelings, emotions, or patterns that we have. And I'm going to share with you how you can use that 5-step process in your life in a really simple way on a day-to-day basis. So before I kind of share a little bit about the process, you're probably wondering who on earth I am and why I am here talking to you. So my name's Yvette Taylor, and I've been on my own personal spiritual journey for about 15 years consciously. I think we're all always on it from from when we're born. That's what we're here for. But I think consciously I've been on that journey for about 15 years. It hasn't all been straightforward. It hasn't all been amazing plain sailing. And I don't know anybody's journey through life that ever really is. But through that, I've learned so much about myself, and also what the path to real happiness is really all about. And this isn't about this, imaginary place or time where everything's perfect, nothing goes wrong, you can't get ill, you can't be sick, like bad things don't happen. But for me, it's all about having that space and connection inside of you, that no matter what's going on outside, you're still feeling like you're in a great place, or you can see what's going on for the truth that it really is. And that's probably been my biggest aha. I've had quite a few ahas over the years, but that's definitely one of them. And so my journey's kind of taken me through being a spiritual healer, complementary therapist, spent a very long time doing that, evolved from that and running my wellbeing centre for 3 years into working in business coaching, marketing, personal development, social media marketing. But there was always still this part of me, something inside, that wasn't quite happy, that knew I wasn't really following my path. I kind of went from spiritual world to doing my businessy stuff, and it was like I dropped all the spiritual stuff and really forgot about that important piece that was really key to everything. And as you do, the universe gives you that little wake-up call. Got kicked in the face in about 2012 to remember to wake up and to start living my life in the way that I should. And since then, been doing a lot of work to bring together the spirituality and the business and living your purpose. And out of that, EAM, the Energy Alignment Method, was born, because what would always end up happening was every single time I was meeting a client or speaking to a client about their business or what they were doing or where they wanted to go, it always ended up coming back to an inner game thing, something that was happening for them inside. You can't, I truly believe, and now know this to be true, you can't create these things that we're all growing and expanding and wanting in our lives if we aren't in alignment ourselves inside. If we have thoughts, beliefs, emotions, patterns and behaviours that are completely contradictory to the thing that we really think we want to create, there is absolutely no way you can begin to manifest it. And so what ended up happening is every single time I ended up doing the personal development and spiritual kind of transformation work with clients, and this is where EAM was born. So the Energy Alignment Method is my process, and I'm really beautifully gifted and I mean not me gifted, I mean as in I'm really lucky that I get to share this. This is just fun for me, doesn't feel like work, and I feel very blessed that I get to be the person that shares this with the world. And you'll see why I get so excited about it in a minute when I get to share the process with you. And hopefully Natasha doesn't know it yet, but she might end up being a guinea pig for us as I demonstrate the process, if that's all right with you, Natasha.
Definitely. My
pleasure. So the EAM journey, the thing to really think about with this, what this whole process is all about, is about bringing your head and your heart into alignment. If you're familiar with the law of attraction, you've probably heard, lots of amazing people like Bob Proctor, Abraham Hicks, like there are so many amazing teachers out there teaching this kind of stuff. And the law of attraction process kind of goes something like, you know, you ask the universe for the thing, the universe lines it all up for you. You have to find a way to get your vibration up so that you're a vibrational match for it. And that's great, and that is the process. But very often we get ourselves so tied up in the how to, or how to really make it work, or trying to follow so many different methods and processes to make it happen, that we just end up kind of giving up. And I know that was my experience, and definitely know that to have been the experience for a lot of people I've met as well. So EAM is kind of like a really, really succinct, very short, very quick, powerful process that brings together all of the things you've probably been learning in lots of different ways, and brings together the power of all of those different teachings and modalities into something really simple that you can use in your life on a day-to-day basis. So what we're doing with the process is really bringing our head energy and our heart energy together. Our head and our heart are the two most powerful electromagnetic communicators we have in our body. There are some amazing people over in the US at the HeartMath Institute who have done tons of research about this and the influence that our heart energy has on so many different aspects of ourself and our life. But they've shown that our heart is actually 5,000 times more powerful than the electromagnetic signal that is sent out from our brain. Now, we also know, you know, in mainstream science and in medicine, that our head and our heart are really, really powerful. You know, if someone's ill or sick, the two things that they really monitor and look after are making sure that our brain function is still there and our heart function is still there. And they're measuring the electromagnetic activity of both of those things. Now, not only do they keep us thinking and keep us alive on a physical level, but our head and our heart are the communicators that are sending these messages out into the universe on our behalf. So think about them as these amazing broadcasting and receiving stations. Now, what you experience as a negative emotion, whether it's frustration or fear or overwhelm or anger or jealousy, is very often where our head energy and our heart energy are not saying the same thing. It's almost like you've got this inner battle going on between the two things, where one thing's thinking or saying or vibrating one thing and something else is thinking something else. And so you experience it as conflict, you experience it as this kind of resistance of like this internal fight. What you experience as a positive emotion is when our head and our heart energy are congruent, when they're saying the same thing, they're singing the same tune, sending out the same message. And that's what we feel as these positive, expansive, open emotions. Now, when our emotions and our energy is open and expansive, that's when we are in that place of allowing that you've probably heard about in all of, you know, these other spiritual teachings, like be open to allowing, be open to receiving. And that comes from having our energy open, and you do that by getting yourself into a place of feeling good. Now, our heart energy is also the powerhouse that's there behind our aura. So if you're familiar with working with subtle bodies or any kind of Eastern spiritual principles, you've probably heard about an aura. So our aura is our electromagnetic energy bodies. And if you imagine it to look a little bit like Russian dolls, so we have different layers of our aura that all relate to different things. Now, our aura is also a two-way communication system. So not only are we sending these messages from our head and our heart, but those messages are being sent out through all of the data and information that we're holding in our aura. So different layers of our aura relate to different things. So we've got our physical body is the most manifested version of our aura. Outside of that, we have some other layers. We've got one called the etheric, and then we've got the emotional level, got the mental level, and outside we've got some other ones that relate to past lives and spirit guides and stuff. But the ones that are most important in our lives on a day-to-day basis are definitely the physical body, etheric, emotional, and mental. And now if you think about it, they are a recording device. So every single experience we've had, every thought we've had, every emotion we've had, everything we've ever experienced is recorded in our energy. And so when we're looking out at life, we're looking out at life through the lenses of all of these experiences. Now, we don't see it in our energy, but it's definitely there. And likewise, because it's a two-way communication, the information we receive back in from the world comes back through those filters. Now, if you've had an amazing life and all of your beliefs and things are supporting you, that's awesome. But if we've got things going on in our energy on any level that aren't supporting us, you know, perhaps we've got beliefs that we're not good enough, or we're not clever enough, or we're not smart enough, or that the world's a dangerous place, we're going to attract, well, not only will we be sending that message out, we're going to be attracting those messages back in. And then that's what reconfirms our beliefs, our thoughts about reality, is that we've got these messages coming back in. It's like every single time, yeah, see, that's happened, that tells me the world's a dangerous place, that's happened, that confirms the world's a dangerous place. But what we don't realize is that we are these amazingly powerful creators that are making all of this happen. I won't go off on a tangent, but there is an incredible experiment called the double split experiment in quantum physics, which has actually shown that we human beings are the observers of electromagnetic energy, and we influence what we see and what we experience in the world. If you want to go and look it up, please Google it, the double split quantum physics test. But it's an amazing experiment which has actually shown what's going on a quantum level, how we bring to life all of the physical stuff that we see around us. So this two-way communication system is so important because it's bringing into our lives and attracting into our lives all of the experiences that we have. Now, all of that is powered by our emotions, which I did touch on briefly at the beginning. So our emotions are our guide. They tell us how near we are to the thing that we really want to create or we really want to manifest, or how far away we are from it. So feelings of fear and frustration and anger and guilt tell you that you are miles away from being in the place that we all naturally want to be. At the beginning, I talked about we're designed to be in this space of expansion and growth and love, and it's the thing we are all searching for all the time in every situation. And when you feel a feeling like fear or frustration or anger or jealousy, it's just telling you that you're energetically miles away from the place where you really want to be. And that's what the EAM process is all about. It's about closing that gap or getting rid of that gap so that the thoughts and feelings and beliefs and patterns you hold in your energy are congruent with the things you want to create, because that's when you are able to be happy. And it's not a fake happy, it's not that fake kind of Facebook, oh, look at my life, isn't it amazing happy? It's true, proper happy, the feeling of happy that you can feel in your body and you know is what life's about. It doesn't matter what else is going on around you because you've got this connection, you've got this feeling inside of you. So, all of that said, what I'd really love to be able to do is to share the process with you so that you can use it yourself. For me, this is all about empowering people to be able to use the process themselves on a day-to-day basis. I am all an advocate for working with a coach or mentor or therapist, but they aren't there with you all the time on a day-to-day basis when something upsets you, when something brings you down, when you don't have energy, when you can't be bothered, when you feel tired, when you feel overwhelmed. You can't be ringing up your coach or mentor or somebody all the time, every time that comes into place. So for me, EAM, and there are lots of other modalities out there that empower you to take back control for what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and how you are living your life, because you are the only person that can make that difference. Nobody else can change it for you. You have to be able to do that in yourself, on your own terms, and you need to be able to do it in each and every moment. And that's exactly what the tool is about. So I'll talk you through very quickly what the 5 steps are, and then I am going to bring Natasha on, if that's okay with you, and we'll do a demo of the process so you can see it in action. So if you're listening in or watching the video, you might want to grab a piece of paper and write down these 5 steps. So the first step is that you ask. And by asking, what we are doing, we're talking to our body. So the whole purpose of the energy alignment method is really getting you connected to the messages that are coming from our body. If you're familiar with a methodology called kinesiology, where you're muscle testing, so you can use your arm to test things and get yes, no answer questions, but with this we're using our body to sway. So it's an idiopathic response to what's going on in the body, and it gives us a really clear message of what's going on in our energy. So any thoughts we're experiencing, any beliefs we're experiencing, anything that's showing up in our energy. So it doesn't come from our head. So we're not making something up because we think that's what our blockage is. It's about asking our energy and getting a true answer. So what you do with the process, you can stand up, stand with your feet hips width apart and relax yourself, relax your energy. And you can ask your body a really simple question. So we'll do a demo of it in a moment, but for example, it might be, you know, do I have resistant beliefs that I'm not good enough? And step 2 is your energy will shift and respond and give you a yes or no answer back. So a yes is usually a sway forwards and a no is usually a sway backwards. There are circumstances when it's the other way around, and that's something else I would talk to you about another time. But in general, what you want is a yes forwards and a no for backwards. Step 3 is all about tuning into your body and into your energy to see how this resistance is showing up. So does it come up as a feeling for you? You know, when you think about not being good enough, does it give you a sicky feeling in your tummy, or does it make you feel heavy around your legs, or a feeling on your shoulders of feeling oppressed? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is, it's just about identifying the feeling. So you might just want to ask yourself some other questions like, what colour is it, what size is it, what shape is it, where is it in your body? If you can't feel it as a physical thing, so say for example it's a belief and not a feeling, there are other ways that you can tune into it. So you could again use your body as a sway. You could say, do I have more than 100 beliefs that I'm not good enough? And your body might sway forwards, which is your yes. You might then say, do I have more than 500 beliefs that I'm not good enough? And your body will sway backwards, which is a no. So you know somewhere between 100 and 500 is the number of beliefs you have that you're not good enough. So you just keep doing that process in half. So is it more than 250? No. So you know it's somewhere between 100 and 250. And keep using that process until you get down to the number. Once you know what that number is, or you know how it feels in your body, they're two of the main ways you can figure out how this energy is showing up. The next thing to do is to move on to step number 4, which is all about the transformation. So step number 4 is really simple. All you do with step number 4 is to release whatever this resistance is. So there's a really simple clearing statement, which I'll say slowly for you so you can write it down, which is, I'm ready to release this 276 beliefs, for example, that I'm not good enough. I release it from my energy in all forms, on all levels, at all points in time. And we repeat that statement 3 times. So I'm ready to release blah, blah, blah from my energy in all forms, on all levels, at all points in time. Now with step 4, we keep repeating that process until you no longer feel it in your body or the number has come down to 0. So you would again check in with the sway. Have I released all of this resistance? Do I still have 276 beliefs? And you just keep repeating step 4, repeating those statements until it has gone. Usually you have to repeat it maybe a couple of times. Once that's clear at step 4, then it's all about creating magic. So step 5 is all about you manifesting. And this is when you can use all of those amazing things you've been learning about journaling, affirmations, beliefs, visioning. All of that work really comes into play here, because what you've done, you've released any contradictory energy in your vibration. With step 4, you've let that go. With step 5, now you can manifest. Your energy is in the place where you can create the energy you need that is congruent with what you want to manifest and what you want to create. So with step 5, we simply allow whatever the new creation is. So you can install a new belief, a new thought, a new energy, a new emotion. So you could say, I'm ready to allow myself to believe that I'm amazing. I allow this into my energy in all forms, on all levels, at all points in time. So it's simply the reverse of the statement we've used at step 4. Again, repeat that 3 times, or until you feel your body really swaying and pulling you forwards. That pull forwards as you're saying those affirmation statements is really concrete kind of proof and validation for you that that statement you're saying is true, that your energy believes that your head and your heart are congruent and they're saying the same message, they're sending out the same vibration. So this is where, like I said, you can start doing affirmations and things that validate and back that up. One of the reasons that a lot of affirmations and those type of things don't generally work for people is because they've got something going on in their energy that is contradicting the affirmation that they say. So that's why the process has been created in the way that it has, to release the resistance first before you do the manifesting, before you do the affirmation work. It's so important. But I can promise you it is incredibly, incredibly powerful when you start doing it. So now I've waffled my way through the 5 steps. Natasha, would you love to share something with us that perhaps you'd love to work on together and see what magic we can create?
How big?
How long have we got left?
As long as you need.
What would you like to work on?
A belief system that's held me back.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Fear of failure.
Fear of failure.
Okay.
So that is a big one. But we can definitely make a start on it. So when you think about fear of failure, so let's just take it back first of all to a feeling, because if we've got anything going on with us on a vibrational level, on a feeling level, the universe hears that feeling first and foremost, and over and above anything that you would say or any affirmations or any work that we try and do to overcome that fear. So if you think about fear of failure, where do you feel that in your body if it's a feeling?
Yeah, I don't tend to feel things in any particular place.
Okay.
I would say if that hit me, that feeling, it may be in my head, in my shoulders, in my torso. Yeah.
Okay, so can I get you, first of all, let's work through the process properly just for the sake of everyone that's listening. So can I get you to stand for me? I know we can't see you on camera, but just you
I am now standing.
Thank you. So step 1 is to ask your sway. So do I have a fear of failure?
Would you like me to say it out loud?
Yes, please. And then let us know if your body sways forwards or backwards.
Do I have a fear of failure? Oh, interesting. Wow. That was actually one of my biggies, but I swayed backwards. Should I do 2 more to get the average?
No. So maybe ask the question, so do I have I been using fear of failure as an excuse not to move forwards?
Have I been using fear of failure as an excuse not to move forward? Oh, backwards.
Okay, so is fear of failure something that's active in my energy?
Is fear of failure something that's active in my energy now? Wow. No, again. This is very. Okay. More work than I thought.
let's just double check that your yes and your no's are going the right way. So a really easy way that you can do that, and it should have been the first thing that I got you to do, is just to say, my name is Natasha, and see what your energy does. You get a sway forwards or backwards.
My name is Natasha. Yeah, I'm going forwards.
Cool. Okay. So fear of failure isn't actually active in your energy. Would you use different words for it? Like, would you say scared of not being successful instead? Like, is there something else?
Try that one. Okay, that's interesting. Let's try that one. Okay. Am I scared of not being successful? There was nothing, and then I've just gone backwards. So that's really interesting.
Okay.
I have been doing a lot of work recently.
That's good. And actually, this is really nice confirmation for you for the work you've done, that it's not actually something active in your vibration. But
I'm surprised.
What's made you bring that up? There's obviously something going on for you that made you think that was something that you had. Yeah. So is it a feeling, or is it something that you've been experiencing recently?
Yeah, I think it's something that I've been experiencing, you know, that I've been in a situation that hasn't served me for a long time, and I recognise that. And it's interesting because I thought, well, maybe it's because I'm, you know, afraid of failing, and therefore I can't resolve this situation. So I'm
Yeah.
stuck in it, as it were, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So thinking about that particular situation, can you just ask, do I have resistance in my energy about that? You don't have to name what it is. If it's
Do I have resistance in my energy about this fear of failure? I was very still, and then I did go backwards. Wow.
So what was the thing that you were feeling wasn't working out for you in the way that you thought it? You don't need to. You don't need to say what it was, but like, are you specifically thinking about that thing?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe it's clear and not the thing that you thought it was.
Yes, so maybe I've resolved that.
So ask this way: Have I resolved this?
Have I resolved this situation now? Ah, no, not quite.
Okay.
I've gone back.
So there's still something active in your energy about it.
Yeah, because it's still there. The situation is still there. So
Yeah.
it's not completely resolved.
Okay. So do I need to work on this situation today?
Do I need to work on this situation today? No.
Okay. Is there anything else that we might be able to work on then, just for the sake of the demo?
Yeah, probably. Okay, yes. On a personal level,
Yeah.
being accepted for who I am.
Okay. So I'd start with that would be the first question. So do I have any resistance to being accepted as who I am?
Do I have any resistance to being accepted for who I am? There's a lot of stillness, and then there was a slight sway forwards.
Okay, so very often we've got some contradictory. Do you remember I was saying about our head and our heart not being in the same place? So there's part of you thinking one thing and part of you thinking another. So that's often what happens. We often get this kind of still point because it's not a big fat yes forwards and it's not a yes a no backwards. So very often around that kind of stillness. So is there a part of me that would think that? So ask that question.
Yeah, is there a part of me that would believe that I'm not accepted? I went backwards.
You've been nailing all of this stuff, my love, haven't you?
Really? Well, yesterday I had a really good day and I feel good today, so there you go. Okay. Shall we continue with this one? Or would you like to try something
I
else?
don't mind. I'm just trying to find something that we can go through the process for you.
What do you think knowing me would be a good one to work with?
Ooh. That's a big question.
I can volunteer.
Yeah, go on, please do.
Okay, so I'm standing up.
Yeah. Oh, you volunteer you. Okay, Marina, thank you.
Because sometimes, you know, knowing what to expect, perhaps it's having the you know the energy. Well, I don't know. I don't have a clue. So I'm raw material.
Oh,
Here
brilliant.
I am.
Okay. So, have you got something, Marina, that you would love to let go of? Something that's perhaps been troubling you or you feel like it's in the way?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to demonstrate this for us? Is that all right, Natasha, if we do
Yes.
this with
Of
Marina?
course, absolutely. Beautiful, Marina.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
of
Like,
course.
yay. So thank you very much, Marina. So step one would be to ask. So could you just give us a quick overview? What's the thing you'd like to work on?
Okay, so I would like to know if I'm still afraid of speaking.
Okay, so do I have resistance in my energy, or am I afraid of speaking? So ask that question. Stand up, relax your knees, and just see if your body sways forwards.
Do I have the fear of speaking any longer? Wow, I'm going forward.
Okay, so that would be a yes.
Yeah.
So that's step one, is you ask the question. Step two, your body responds and gives you a sway forwards.
Yes.
So step three is, how do you experience that fear? So do you feel it as something in your body? If I was to get you to imagine standing on stage right now in front of 1,000 people, where do you experience that?
I think it's in my heart starts beating and is already like imploding. I feel that it's going to implode inside.
Okay, and if I were to ask you, what size is it?
Oh, it's bigger than me.
And what shape is it?
It's like a very interesting. It's like a heart, but a big heart, bigger than me, inside me. I can't explain.
Yeah, and what colour is it?
It's a sort of the puppy color, the pink, the red, that red.
Okay, so step three is just defining what it feels like for you right now, because when we do step four, it's going to change. So then we'll know that it's different. So step four would be, I'm ready to release.
I'm ready to release my fear speaking in front of 10,000 people.
I release it from my energy.
I release it from my energy.
In all forms.
In all forms.
On all levels.
On all levels.
At all points in time.
At all points in time.
I'm ready to release.
I'm ready to release.
This fear of speaking.
The fear of speaking.
Which is turning into this big heart in my chest.
Which is turning into this big red heart in my chest.
I release it from my energy.
I release it from my energy.
In all forms.
In all forms.
On all levels.
On all levels.
At all points in time.
At all points in time.
And one more time. I'm ready to release.
I'm ready to release.
This fear of speaking.
This fear of speaking.
From my heart.
From my heart.
And release it from my energy.
And release it from my energy.
In all forms.
In all forms.
On all levels.
On all levels.
At all points in time.
At all points in time.
Nice deep breath in. And out. Okay, so just describe for me a moment, what does that feel like now, the big heart?
Wow. I don't think it's there anymore. I feel so light.
So just imagine you're standing in front of those 10,000 people again.
Yes.
What do you experience now?
Wow. I feel so light.
Brilliant. So just check in with the sway and just ask, have I released that fear of speaking?
Have I released that fear of public speaking? Wow, it's pushing me back.
So was that a sway forwards or backwards?
Backwards, it's pushing me.
Okay, so there's possibly something else going on. So this is just to let you know. So with the backwards is a no.
Yes.
So there's still something going on. So we might have shifted it so you don't feel it anymore, but there might still be something going on a mental level from a sort of a pattern that we'd need to do a bit more work on.
Wow.
Which might just take a little bit longer, but I'm really pleased that you felt the effect of just letting go of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel so light, Yvette. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Oh my God.
So step 5, what we'd normally then do, so if I was working with you on this one-to-one, we'd go and spend a bit more time and let go of, explore whatever that reason is that you're still getting a no for going backwards, because it could be something that's happening on a pattern level, on an energy reversal level. So energy reversals are something that occur that literally mean you have no energy flowing towards the thing that you want. So if, for example, you wanted to manifest a speaking gig for 10,000 people, but you have an energy reversal about that, there is no way that it would happen, because there's no energy flowing into you or through in your life to manifest that thing. So energy reversals really get in the way. Most of us have energy reversals about lots of things in our lives, but as soon as you undo that, and let them go, that it's like the floodgates open, because all of that stuff that's been reversed all that time then starts flowing towards the thing you want. So at some other point, not for today, but I'd love to explore with you what else might be going on behind that to get you to, to have a yes that you've let that feeling go. Wouldn't take very long, I'm sure. But the next thing to do, what you then do, would be step 5. So step 5 is then about allowing in a new feeling or a new emotion or a new belief or a new pattern that enables you to then take that forwards once your energy is clear. So it would be, how would you like to feel when you think about standing up on stage, Marina?
I would like to feel at home.
Yeah.
Because I'm a migrant woman.
Yeah.
I traveled the world since I was in my mid-20s, and I raised my children in a foreign country. I had nobody to talk to for decades, and only after I retired, I embraced my true passion, and I help people from all over the world to broadcast their passion.
Wow.
So, I know I have work to do. Is an inside job, but it's a divine job, because so many people could benefit. I just rejected a gig in front of more than 15,000 people because I did not feel ready.
Wow, oh my God. You should have just, right, you need to come and see me and then ring them back.
I could still go. Actually, there are 18,000 people at that
amazing
event, and I just realized that I don't want to let anyone down, so I don't want to underperform. I want to be there and make a difference.
Yeah.
And I felt that I'm very good in front of 1,000 people. I'm doing really well. But anything above that is something I can't. I don't know why, but it's not. I don't feel at home.
No.
And I remember that a couple of years ago, my mentor interviewed me in front of, 9,000 people, and I didn't know. So perhaps in my mind, so I just felt that, of course, I was the only one feeling that way. Everybody else was, very happy to know me and notice me, and everything was working in my favor. But in my heart, I felt like a total failure because I wasn't prepared. I had to speak just to answer, and it was something that happened on a spur of the moment. I just heard my name. Somebody was calling my name, so I felt like a total failure. Even I should feel the opposite. I should feel in top of the world, and since I'm working on this, so I got to the level where 1,000 people is great. I feel at home, but if there is the opportunity, to speak in front of more than 1,000, I'm reconsidering. And I just turned down this great opportunity simply because I felt that I won't give them enough value. And this is ridiculous because if I speak in front of one person or a million,
exactly, it's still the same.
It's still the same. I have the same passion, and I can't help it. I'm so passionate about broadcasting your passion, and yet I had that one experience, which instead of actually put me outside my comfort zone. So much and so deeply that since I keep trying to come out, so it was a great thing, of course, but I have to do more inside, get my hands dirty and work more inside. It's not about me, it's not about you, basically it's about the people who are missing on getting the message from me.
Exactly. So if you were able to let go of that and go and touch the lives of 18,000 more people, how much more of an impact would you be making in the world?
Wow.
And it's not Do you see that? And so you just said the words, it's not about you, it's about the people on the other side. And how much do we all have? We've all got something like this. Like, we've all got our thing that's in the way, like our thing that we believe or perceive, like our own perceived limit. Most people would be freaking out at speaking in front of 1,000 people, but everyone's where they need to be. So I'm going to message you afterwards. We'll jump on a call and I'll do some work with you, because you need to get out there and speak to 18,000 people. That's just the simple start part of it, really. But with step 5, what I'd love you to do is just to embody that belief that, what did you say that you'd love to be able to feel? That you feel at home. So you'd say, I'm ready to allow myself to feel at home on stage in front of 10,000 or 1,000,000 people, however many you want it to be. I allow this into my energy in all forms, on all levels, at all points in time. And so with step 5, you just embody the thing that you want to create, and you keep repeating it until you feel your body swaying forwards. We won't do it now for you, because we know there's still this part of your energy that's not quite congruent with it, but that's what you do with step 5.
Wow.
With the end of the process.
So you see, controlling your energy.
Yeah.
Wow. Controlling your energy is I mean, I know about, I believe in, it's your divine duty to release the greatest energy you got, but controlling your energy, that's the next step. I don't know.
This is unleashing it. It's not about controlling it. It's about unleashing.
Oh my God!
Is stepping into your power every single time. It's not about trying to guide it or direct it. It's about letting go of the resistance that has been controlling us.
Wow! Because you see, I was listening to you, and Yvette and Natasha is so amazing, because why is fascinating for me, because you described during your course exactly what had happened to me in the last 3.5 years. So I say yes to myself, and I help people say yes to themselves. And it's the greatest discovery for me personally, how easy it is, and how I go back to that. Each time I give, I have more to give. I go back to that divine place, to that divine essence I have inside, because it's so abundantly coming all over, it's like a spring, like a Niagara Falls or whatever it is that I'm feeling inside. I never get tired. We record like 10, 12 episodes a day. Yeah. And I'm talking about different topics all the time. Sometimes about something very transactional, like selling properties, and next minute I have to talk about a manifestation and abundance and or about poverty, or about your mind, or about your car, So I say yes to myself with such ease, because it's not about me. It's about our listeners, and the fact that there is one person, I'm absolutely certain of this, one person out there who needs your message right now and cannot do with anything else. Your message is the only medicine. They need to get out of the struggle they're in, to unleash their passion, to understand their true worth, to perform and turn their financial struggle into wealth, whatever it is that it's they're craving for. And I am so grateful for you being here, because at times I thought I'm going mad. I'm thinking, I'm becoming this mad person. I can't stop. I can't help it. But you describe it with such a technical beauty. And I realized that not that I need anyone's permission anyway. I know I don't need that. But it's nice to see that there are people out there who, this is what they teach, this is what they create, and you just need to knock on their door, and they will help you create better life choices.
It's easy. It's easy when you've got.
Once you master it, yes, absolutely. And it's hard to start with, because, like you said, this spirituality we are born with, the social conditioning is killing that, basically. So by the time you are you're supposed to be in the best years of your life, you go down and on your knee, because you are crushed under all these demands made on you by other people and other people's expectations, and society is throwing at you all sorts of nonsense and red tape and you name it, and is nothing left almost nothing left of your divine essence. But guess what? The divine essence is not measurable.
Yeah.
It's there regardless, no matter what. It's just a choice to use it or ignore it. I'm so grateful, Natasha and Yvette, for being here and sharing this amazing experience. It's happening live, and wow, it's no prep. So we are here the same way we've been talking off air. We are talking on air, and we want our listeners to benefit and be able to reach out to you, Yvette, where they could find you.
Oh, bless, thank you. So best way to find me, you can find me on social media, Yvette Taylor, so YVETTETAYLOR. So find me on Facebook or visit my website, which is www.YVETTE-Taylor, and come and check out me and the Energy Alignment Method over there.
Wow.
Thank you so much for having me on. It's been an absolute delight. I'd love to do some more work with you, Marina. I'll message you after this.
I'm all
and
in.
see if we can help you break that barrier to 18,000 people, because they need you. They need you.
Natasha, what is the key message for today?
Oh, wow. Yes, absolutely. Marina, those 18,000 people definitely need you. You are there, you can do it. You are a divine goddess. You have such inner beauty, and you are such a beautiful soul. And I'm so delighted that, Yvette, thank you, my darling friend, that you could come onto this call and, you know, not only share with our wider audience, but share with Marina as well. It's beautiful when you put people in touch with one another, you know, and it just proves that we are all connected. Mm-hmm. And when your energies are aligned, then you bring the right people into your life. And this is our big message out to the world, you know, connect, reach out, be yourself, you know, align yourself with who you are, your head and your heart, and connect with people all over the world. And you know, reach out definitely to Yvette. Yvette is a beautiful, beautiful spiritual soul, a wonderful, gentle human being. And, you know, connect with her on Facebook and go to her website and have a look, definitely, for the Energy Alignment Method, which is absolutely fantastic and transformational. Yvette, I'm honoured to
thank you, Don,
for giving up your time.
Thank you.
Wow. From all of us, until next time,
thank you.
Unleash your aura. Bye.